Hello warriors, we are welcoming you back to our series about the active shooter. Today we are going to talk about subject, the distance. Should I jump for him or should I jump for cover? You'll see. Distance will always be everything and will be the biggest factor. There's a big difference between we are in some bar fight and we are talking and all of a sudden he picks up the gun. There's a different timing. Then we are at some park and he's shooting many people and then he aims at me. Those are two completely different scenarios that we will have to go about different ways. So let's break them down. We are saying this because there's a big difference between I already know about the opponent because he's aggressive, he's throwing his hands, and he only cares about me. If he has the gun in some holster or in the trousers, it will give me more time because it will slow him down. But he's only focused on me. If we are talking the scenario like before, there's a park or like office. Now the distance will be bigger, but he's not only focused on me, he'll be shooting multiple people before going after me. So everything has like advantage but disadvantage at the same time. So let's break it down. If we are talking about the first instance where the distance is shorter and my attention is only on one person, it's going to be a big difference because you are not going to need more than 2 arms length, 2 meters, let's say. Because you will have enough time for me to, if you see drawing the weapon, jump for the gun and hit me at the same time. You will not need probably more than 2 arms length. It will depend on your athleticism and your reaction, but you should be able to catch it. Just to see the difference in just one step, what it makes. Right now we were about 2 arms length. Let's add one more step back. Now we are talking this distance. Let's see how it changes. We are arguing, of course, and I go bum bum. And I shot already twice. So even just one step is the difference between I didn't even shoot and between I already shot twice. One step. Now the second situation, where my focus is on multiple people, not just one opponent. Even if there's going to be bigger distance, you will still be able to reach it from the distance that you couldn't before. So when we are talking about I already have the weapon draw, let's imagine that I'm shooting other people and I will shoot 3 people and then I'll go for the 4th person. Let's see how it changes. And go. We added the one step, but I didn't even shot once, I wasn't even fully turned and he already got me. That's how the big difference makes the distance and if I'm focused on one or multiple opponents. And that's what you need to figure out in the training, because the more practice you will do, the better you will understand the distance. From this distance, okay, I am able to catch him when he's drawing. In the other distance, he's aiming at someone else, I'm this far, I can catch him. Okay, I'm too far away, so I will not be able to catch him. So what should I do? If we are talking about the distance is way too long and from the training, I know that I will not be able to reach him. Okay, so what should I do? You would either have to throw something at me. If you are carrying a baton, now it's a good chance to throw it at me, distract me a little bit and try to go for me. But if you are in the position when you don't feel like throwing, you know it's too far, you should find the closest object or some cover that you can jump to, because it will take less time for you to just jump and hide than to run all the way to me. So if you are too far, jump for the cover. It always goes to the first step, that is training, because if you are going to not have the best habit, it could happen that we are very close and you either way just jump for the cover. But it doesn't make any sense because I'm just going to look and shoot right away. That's what the training is for, to judge the distance. Should I jump for cover or the time when I'm drawing and jump for me? It makes a very big difference and you have to practice this for multiple hours to be a good judge of the distance. So how to train? We are starting from the first exercise. So the distance is going to be above 1 arm's length and we are going to be speaking and all of a sudden he draws and that's your time to jump and hit. If you are not going to be quick enough, the partner is going to shoot you. I got it. Okay, so I need to be quicker. And repeat. Hey man, hey. If you can get the gun to his body, bonus points for you, but you have to stop the gun and hit him right away. Right now we are going to make it a little bit harder. So when we started from 1 arm length, now we're going to take 1 step back from the 1 arm length. So before we were starting right here, 1 arm length. Now we're going to 1 arm and 1 step. So you can have the distance in your eye. We're still doing the same thing and I'm going drawing. One thing to notice is if you are standing just square, it will give half the speed away. So if you want some better speed, go for the stance right away. It will be a lot quicker. I'm here, I'm still talking, and when I reach, I will get grabbed. The exercises right now are not really as much for tactics, for about hit him first or go for the gun differently. Now it's just about judging the distance. So we are now going to get one more step. So before, when we were 2 arms length, we're going to take one more step, and now we're going to start from here. So now we can really judge, am I quick or am I not quick? And go. Maybe not. What will be very important for you will be switching the partners in between. So someone is drawing quicker, someone is drawing slower. So you have to change because people are different and everyone has different habits of drawing. If we put it in reverse, it can be the same practice for me as the shooter. Of course, right now it's not as realistic because I'm just trying to draw whatever. But for me, it's a very good practice of drawing and someone is running at me. So it's good practice for the guy who's running at me, but of course for me as a person who's trying to draw, so it can be both ways. We found out the critical distance when it comes to face-to-face. But active shooter is most likely not going to be face-to-face and he's going to be shooting for multiple opponents. So we are going to start from the same distance like before, that and one step. But now he's not only going to focus on me, but shoot other people. So whenever he goes, so now we see that the distance changed for me and now I can catch him. But before, from this distance, he already shot me. So now we are going to grab our partners, show the distance, but before he shoots you, he shoots 2 people, and now I have the time to jump for it. So we most likely find out that face-to-face, the 3 steps is way too long for me and I'm not going to be able to catch the gun. But active shooter is most likely going to be not just face-to-face, but he will be shooting other people. So we are going to start from the 3 steps again, but now he has to shoot at least 2 to 3 people before me. So it's going to look like this. He starts shooting. So the same distance, but now I do have the time. Okay, let's do again, but another distance, 1 step, and now it's 2 steps more. And the same thing, and go. I'm finding out that, okay, even from the 4 steps, I'm still able to reach him. So let's add another step. 2 arms length, 1, 2, and 3. Let's try. Okay, so now I found that my critical distance is the 5 steps. For you, it may be even longer. We'll see. Grab your partners and try. We know our crucial distance, what it actually is. So right now we are going to put it into practice. So I'm going to grab my partner and now he has to decide, am I too close to grab the gun or should I better just jump for the cover? If we know that it's going to be above for you, like 5 steps, his choice is now, should I go for him or just go for the cover? I'm drawing. And he went to take the cover. Let's say in this instance, when I'm going to be a little bit closer and I'm somewhere here, the choice, go for me because I am closer. Grab your partners and your partner will decide how far he's going to be. When he draws, you have to decide. So now we will not know when he's actually shooting. He will be just holding the gun. And if we are just walking, there will be multiple of us. And if the shooting starts, now I have to decide. Do I jump for the cover? Maybe the first one will just die and get it first. Tough life, tough luck. But you have to decide, should I go for him? Should I jump for cover? It's going to be a little bit harder. And this is how you decide if the distance is to go for him or jump for cover. We had amazing training today. I hope that you will train this from now on many times, even better with us. For us, that's all. Leave us comments what you think about this type of training and this type of content. Like if you agree with us and subscribe to see even more trainings and active shooter scenarios like this. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.